How long did the fans expect me to be on break, huh? Why is it about y'all? What about me? Am I not allowed to have a life? Office hours is anti-black. Nah, it was like too long. Like maybe 2 weeks in, I was like, damn, I miss doing the show. It was cool. I went to Hawaii, which a lot of people don't know is part of the United States. Shout out to everyone whose wedding I went to, because I stayed at a resort where people get married, so I would just get drunk and just be at people's weddings. Some of them knew who I was, and other people were just like, yo, is that Charlemagne? People don't realize I have a show on Showtime, and they're like, oh, you from the Breakfast Club. And I don't know if they're talking about our appearance on the Breakfast Club, or they think I'm Charlemagne. Or
what kind of person knows who Charlemagne is and like doesn't know him well?
White people. Do you know you can't steal sand from Hawaii? Like, it's a felony. You get in a lot of trouble. You're only allowed to come back with sand on the bottom of your shoes and like the sand on your clothing. If you come with a canister of sand, you will be arrested. Ooh, the Yankees 27 rings, bro. I've seen Yankee wins, but I've seen a lot of like, Yankee playoff losers, so I'm just kind of chilling. I'm not gonna get cocky and like start talking about we're gonna win.
What's the best thing you can eat at Yankee Stadium?
Best thing you can eat at Yankee Stadium is the Lobel steak sandwiches. Woof, it's just so good. If you can't get that, you go to the Delta Lounge, plug, and you want to get the premium burger they have. Get it from the black guy with the gold tooth. I'm not even kidding. He looks mean. He's super nice once he gets to know you, and he's gonna hook your shit up. And he always like, yo, I fuck with the show, but then he doesn't smile. But then you get the same thing. Now you're in Yankee Stadium. You gotta take the wild shit because of the cheese, and now you're gonna miss. It's like Aaron Judge at bat because you're in the bathroom like. But in the Delta Lounge, the bathrooms, they have TVs above the urinals because it's classy. In the other regular seats, you don't even have dividers at the urinal. Do you see how class this is? Mm-hmm. And then if you sit behind home plate, they got a guy that shakes your dick after you pee.
You ever been to a club and they have like the pig trough? Right?
Yeah, it's not that wild. It's not that wild. That's England. England is. I once went to a bar when I was on punishment as a teenager. I once went to a bar in England where right underneath the bar was the urinal. Like you could pee and you didn't have to leave the bar. Like it was on the way to Birmingham, and because my parents wanted to teach me a lesson, I wasn't allowed to travel between towns in England by plane, so I had to take coach buses. So sometimes I'd be on coach buses for just like 8 hours, just like miserable and plotting on killing my parents when I got back to America. Right? Just on a bus, just mad sheep and shit. I was like, it wasn't that bad. I was bad. So I learned my lesson. You wake up in Birmingham, England, you're like, ugh. Every day in Birmingham, England, it's gray skies. Just want to slit your wrists.
A lot of time there as a team.
Uh-huh. They sent me there for like a whole summer. They was just moving me because we were wilding in the Bronx. So they sent me and I stayed in Birmingham, stayed in Manchester, Peckham and Brixton. Yeah, Brixton and yeah. I was living that Top Boy life in it. Mans was Marved. Shout out to Top Boy. You know, hope you guys are all watching it. It's really good, right? It's basically The Wire with a British accent. Like, fuck with it. They even stole, like, they're like, oh, The Wire got lesbian? We got lesbian. I was like, oh, shit. My cousin came over from England and she didn't want to go out because she was like, she doesn't want to get caught in a mass shooting. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, no, it's something to be afraid of. And I was like, yeah, shit is lit. It was like, we were trying to go to brunch. Like, sometimes you gotta risk that. You know, that's our new reality. Listen, the eggs were on point. You know, sometimes you gotta, risk getting killed to get some good brunch. Shout out to Red Rooster. Rest in peace, Ming the Tiger. New York legend. If y'all don't know, somebody bought a tiger and raised them in a project apartment. I think it was back in '03, and the cops had to come and they had to like come in through the window to tranquilize the tiger, and the tiger was like gnashing at the window, and other people in the building knew there was a tiger, but they just didn't say anything, which is important. Like, why are you snitching? Like, if I got a tiger, what the fuck that got to do with you? Why are you gonna tell somebody about my business? People was like, the tiger was cool. But apparently, New York City says you can't have a pet tiger.
The craziest thing of the story is, he lived in a 5-bedroom apartment. What 5-bedroom apartment exists anywhere?
Oh, they got some in the older projects.
In the project.
Yeah. He was living good.
That's what I'm saying. So he had somebody in there who was just a roommate.
But do you really have 5 bedrooms if you live with a tiger? Like, you just have the bedroom whatever the tiger's not in. Yeah, like if you're in a common area and the tiger comes out, guess what? That's the tiger's area now. What would be like the wildest flex animal to walk down the street with? I'm thinking of platypus. I think a lot of people haven't seen platypuses before and they'd be pretty scared by them. They have the duckbill, and like a beaver and a flat tail. Yeah. It looks like, when you play video games and they don't load properly and like the characters are messed up, it looks like that kind of thing. You seen Shorty in the Bronx Zoo jumped in the lion pit. She was off that sherm. Woo! Little dance routine, very sad. Also, no shout out to the person that recorded it. If somebody jumps in a lion pit, you keep that fucking camera phone on that person. This person's cutting away, looking all around, doesn't even look back at.
Looking for reactions.
Like, come on, fam, stay on her, see what happens. And even shout out to the lion. Lion wasn't getting smoked. The lion was like, nah, I'm not falling for this shit. The lion was like when you were about to hop the subway and you see like just 3 people just standing right there. One's on the phone and just 2 looking around like, no, those are cops. You guys are cops. That lion was like, I'm not falling for this shit. He was like, so I bite her and then I get shot? Nice try. Nice try. You already tricked me into being in the fucking Bronx, dude. I live in Mozambique. I shouldn't even be here. Is Harambe like Selena for lions? Are animals mad at black people for Harambe? Because it was a little black kid. Remember when white people could not provide, they were just created. No offense to them, you know, they were babies, just came out the test tube, and they had to get food. And so the wolves, they would help them hunt and bring like food to the newly created white people. By the way, at the same time, not only did we have libraries and schools in Africa, we also had our first airport. Anyway, the dogs helped the white people, and the white people was like, yo, good looking. We're gonna take care of you when we, you know, turn you from scary wolves into like sitting on our lap. And the wolves was like, cool. And that's why they're cool now. Listen, it's office hours, but I'm here to teach the youth them. Show's back. You guys happy? There you go. No, DESUS MERO, we're back. Back Mondays and Thursdays, you know what I'm saying? All the rumors that our show got canceled. Fake news. Lamestream media. Now we're back still covering shit. We might bring back the Sonic rings, you know. And it's not a new season, it's just a continuation of the last season to throw you guys off. So, update the Wikipedia page. Yeah, it's been how long have you been on hiatus? Like 6 weeks now?
6 weeks.
Jesus Christ.